Alright guys, what is up? It's Super Sweet, and in this video we're going to be doing a comparison between the proximity launcher, the RPG, and the grenade launcher. So these are the only three actual launchers in the game of splash damage. There used to be the guided missile and all that, but for right now it's these three in these chests. So we're going to test out honestly which one's better and view all the stats of all of them and compare them. Alright, so first up we have the RPG. Alright, so I'm gonna bring up the stats right now on the screen, and so it's this is the golden one. So the DPS is 90.75, damage 121, the rate of fire is 0.75, and the magazine is 1, and the reload time is 3.24, which is actually really long. But the structure damage is 413. So if we shoot it directly at the center of this wall, it takes down the brick, the wood, the brick, and the metal is left at 87, and the structure damage exactly. So it did 418 damage with this much splash. So it reached this block, and it only has a range of splash of one wall. Alright, so now that we did the RPG and the damage against structures, we're going to be looking at the proximity grenade launcher. So the proximity grenade launcher has 2 in the mag, which is different from the RPG, obviously. It does 45.5 DPS, which is a lot lower than the RPG. It's half. Its damage is 70, and the rate of fire is 0.65. The magazine is 2, and the reload time is 2.8 seconds, and the structure damage is only 138. So you can see from that, its reload speed is actually really fast. You saw that there. It couldn't even take down this because it does 138. So I guess the second rocket didn't affect that one, and none of them hit this. So I'm guessing that maybe this has less splash than the RPG. Yeah, there it didn't damage the brick at all. And what's actually really neat about the proximity launcher is it has a scope, so you can see where you're shooting, and it has so much less dip than the grenade launcher. So off impact, I want to see how long it takes for it to explode. Wait, so does it explode if I just shoot it in the air in midair? It just keeps going up. So it keeps going until it hits a wall. Wow, the range on this thing is amazing. That's crazy. So if I shoot it up there, would it hit it? Yeah, no, it has really good range. So it explodes on the second bounce. Yeah. It explodes the second time it bounces, like a second after the second time it bounces. You can see. Watch. Or obviously when it gets in proximity of another player. Yeah, explode. All right, so now let's take a look at the grenade launcher. Obviously, this good thing is gonna be in the game for so long. Super easily just destroys it. This thing's a beast at taking down structures, but see with the versus the proximity launcher. Oh wow, it actually went up pretty high. But this thing, look how much it dips in comparison, and then that's just out of reach already. No explosions are happening. There we go. So, if we take a look at the stats of it, its DPS is 110 because it has 6 in the mag, so it actually does more than, because I think it just does, yeah. So every second it shoots, which means each rocket does 110 damage. It's the same thing as the DPS. Rate of fire is 1, obviously. The magazine is 6, and the reload time is 2.7. So I think that's actually a little bit faster than this. Yeah, the grenade launcher is a tiny bit faster, and it does way more structural damage. But the special thing about this is it has a scope, and it can track players. So yeah, these are all obviously really good guns, but they're super different and really good in different situations. So in conclusion, honestly, the most logical one to take would probably be the proximity grenade launcher, if you find it, obviously, because even though it doesn't do much structure damage against players, you can shoot it so accurately, and it can track well. And well, it doesn't track, but it explodes when you get it near them. And then I would say after second place would be the rocket launcher, just because of its pure damage, and its structural damage is pretty good. And then the grenade launcher just doesn't do it's like it doesn't have anything special about it, and it can't get far at all. It's just mainly for destroying structures. But they're all obviously very good, and they all take the same ammo.